can never have too many tools. Shop DeWalt deals at Lowe's. Get a free Select DeWalt 20-Volt Max Power Tool when you buy a Select 20-Volt Max 5-amp-hour battery kit. Plus, get a free additional DeWalt 20-Volt Max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-Volt Max dual-bevel compounded miter saw. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Welcome into the Morning Roast, Wednesday, June 17th. Greg Hirsch, Tyler Krusz, Marqus Cesar in studio. Sox lose again, but we're just getting used to that. We're moving right along. Tyler, how you been?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Is school, where are you? Is school over?
School is out.
School's out. When did you guys get officially done?
Monday, but Monday at like 11:30 they had their dismissal. So
nice.
Who's showing up?
No, no, exactly. Everybody's checked out. It's just a check the box thing. We did the half day to appease the.
Yeah, we needed it because of the snow. We needed to come back on the Monday. But yeah, school's out. We've got just a
Render
couple
to Caesar, do the thing.
Exactly. A couple things to tie up, and then I'm taking a brief, not really brief. I'm off the 18th through the 29th. I had a couple of PTO days left in the bank. They reset July 1st, so we're taking a little bit of vacation.
Starting tomorrow?
As soon as I leave here tomorrow. Vacation starts. I think I'm going to bring the clubs to the show and then try and walk on somewhere on the way home.
Yeah,
that's vacation.
I am officially on vacation after this show.
Nice.
I put it in. I got my annual fishing trip. Starts tomorrow out to Rangeley, 31st year that we've been doing it. Can't wait. Some of the old Maine hockey guys. Same core, different peripheral guys every year, pop in, pop out type of thing, you know what I mean? So guys I play with myself, Blair Marsh, who live around this area, but Brad Mahoney played for us back in the day. This year, Jack Rodriguez, some Maine hockey fans will remember, power play specialist defenseman, just with a cannon of a slap shot. He'll be joining us. In the past, we've had Tony Fournette, Chris Imes showed up last year. So Sean Tobin, who played, was a catcher for UMaine baseball back when they were powers in the early 90s. So it's awesome to catch up with those guys, and it's something that we've continued throughout the years. And not a whole hell of a lot of fishing takes place, but a lot of laughs, a lot of eats, a lot of good times. So,
yeah, that's awesome. That's all you really need.
Yeah, exactly. The weather, unfortunately, looks atrocious.
This weekend,
atrocious.
I'm hoping it clears up. My mom's coming up to visit, so I'm hoping we get some kind of dry days.
Yeah, no. So you're off until all next week too.
All next week.
Are you going anywhere next week? Or are you just
no? I mean, I might do like a day trip somewhere, but I am just
You'll do whatever you damn well please.
Exactly. I'm actually gonna. It's gonna sound crazy, but I'm going on vacation and I'm gonna try and wake up at like 5, 6 every day, just because every day I'm so tired. So like I'm getting out of bed and then like radio days come and I'm just like zombieing through the day. So I'm just hoping to get all of that back on track, because like I can be tired if I got nothing to do.
Right. Yeah, right, exactly. Get yourself a good nap.
I'll probably do something where I like go grocery shopping like every day just for the meal that night, so it's like fresh. What do I make tonight? Let's go to the store.
That's kind of what I do. I'm not a good planner for like 2-3 days. You know what? I've tried to do it because you're the cook in the house, right? Like I'm the cook in my house. And I just, Marcus, you cook too, don't you, a little bit?
Yeah.
Right? So
I'm no chef, but
I'm not
can
a
make
chef,
a dish.
but yeah, right. You can whip something. You're not useless.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
right. So, but I just can't. I love figuring out, what are we eating tonight? Love figuring that out. You start tacking on like 2-3 meals, and it's like, I don't know what's to come.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the odds of me having to throw away crap is
low because you're buying it every day. Yeah.
Right.
I'm going on I usually make something on a Sunday night, and then we'll try leftovers Monday if we have it. If not, I'll throw out the grill. And I love those pre-seasoned packs of chicken breasts from Hannaford. I've been getting those all the time, like the Nature's Promise ones.
Yeah.
So like I'll do that one night a week, and then we'll do like a pasta or a pasta salad a night a week. So like I'll usually make like 3 meals a week, and then you get 2 days of leftovers with those.
And you're good to go.
And then that's fine. There's 5 days. Yeah. And then one day you get takeout, and then Saturday you figure it the heck out.
There you go. Next week you got a plan, though. That's good. Good for you for being on vacay. We got a lot to get to, man. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, Sox lose, so we got to get, we'll talk a little bit about that, of course. But more so, where do they go from here, maybe? They got a lot of options in terms of players they can move. A lot of stuff of value, for sure. If they go that route, we got to talk Giannis and the Celtics. Of course, little Patriots for sure. And some high school. We'll get the high school scores as well. Baseball, softball last night. Got reports for that. And then stock report, Tim Throckmorton, Truth of Throck. And then we'll catch up with John Rook, voice of the Patriots, later on 7:40. So that should be pretty cool, too. Let's do it. Roast is presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped, get sold with the Next Home Experience. And Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer in Ellsworth. See the Smith brothers, and also in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a deer. All right, as we said, the Sox lose 6-1 against the Blue Jays. Duran gets a solo home run in the 8th inning for the only RBI. Just nothing. Tolley goes 5 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 home runs, back-to-back, 3 runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Here's Tolley on his performance. All right, yeah, Peyton Tolley, just real tough. We mentioned him yesterday on the show, and
he gave up 3 hits.
Yeah.
That's it? 3 hits. 2 of them were solo home runs. I mean, it just shows how important that solo home run is.
4 hits.
4 hits?
Yeah. But still, yeah, the 2 solo home runs.
Like the Red Sox had 7 hits. They only scored 1 run.
Oh, they left
Totally
so many on.
4 hits, 3 runs. You got to, at some point, you got to pick up your pitcher.
Yeah.
He has... I can't remember when he's given up the last time he's given up more than 3 runs, but the Red Sox aren't winning games.
Yeah.
With their offense right now. At some point you got to go out there and say, you're pitching well, you had that rough top of the 5th, but we're going to go out there. It's only 3-0. We're going to put a couple runs on the board. We got you. But that's the difference between the Red Sox and the other teams they play is the Tolley makes a mistake, it's out of the ballpark.
Yeah, exactly.
The Red Sox the other Red Sox aren't taking advantage of mistakes. Also with Tolley, I think I'm going to do this more in the stock report, but he's got to mix in those pitches better. He threw 4 curveballs last night.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No, he's got to get more confident with it. He's got to find a way to locate them better. I totally agree, and we'll get to it in stocks. 100%. No, I totally agree. John Tortorella, Las Vegas Golden Knights coach through the Stanley Cup run, will not be returning to lead them after his interim coach. They have decided, so I don't know what's going on with Vegas. I don't know what's going on with Tortorella. It just was an interim thing, but he will not be returning to the Golden Knights. Look for him to turn up somewhere, though.
Yeah.
The Edmonton Oilers are kind of screaming for a coach.
You think if he doesn't cost him a draft pick, they bring him back?
Yeah, I mean that could have played into it.
It was a very weird situation.
That's a big loss. I mean,
your interim coach getting a draft pick taken from you.
Yeah, the $100,000 fine or whatever it was, he can pay it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The draft pick, that's a lot more than potentially $100,000. That's a big deal. Although he did bring stability there on his side. But maybe it was just a scenario that they had agreed to even prior to. So we'll see. The past Stanley Cup final, most watch on record with 1.8 million on average. That's the impressive between Vegas and Carolina. Not 2 hockey hotbeds by any stretch.
Numbers have been going up, and it was a great final. I think after the first couple games, you couldn't go anywhere without people talking about it.
Right?
And that's not usual for the NHL.
No, and so if you missed the first game or whatever, you feel like you missed something.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I got to watch this and see what's going on. And they delivered, especially early in the series when they were high-scoring games. So you can see how that played out. Other news, Rashee Rice, Kansas City Chiefs, he got released from his 30-day probation sentence for, what do you have, weed or something? And he's just on lockdown type of thing.
He was on probation for domestic violence.
Yeah, right. But he couldn't do anything.
No, it wasn't domestic violence. It was speeding. It was driving a car 100-something miles an hour.
That and actually, he caused an accident.
Yeah.
So
and then fled the scene right after racing. Yeah. Okay, that was it. Yep. It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah, he's not a good dude. Not a good dude. But he was released. We'll see what happens with him. And we'll get to some of these others too in stocks as well. But I want to let you know high school baseball, softball scores. Baseball, number 2 Coney beats number 4 Herman 4-2. Coney takes on number 1 Freiburg Saturday at 4:30. Number 3 Bangor knocked off number 1 Oxford Hills 5-2. The North Finals should be just renamed the Bangor Invitational, basically, right? Bangor Rams, we had Dave Morris on yesterday. Congrats to them. They take on number 1 Gorham Saturday at 1 o'clock. Number 1 Fort Fairfield took down number 2 Bangor Christian 2-1 in 9 innings. Fairfield will battle Telstar Saturday at 1. In softball, number 3 Bucksport beat number 6 Central 11-3. Bucksport goes up against takes number 6 Dirigo on Saturday. Number 5 Hamden takes down number 2 Lewiston 1-0. And what a game there. Hamden faces number 1 Chevers on Saturday at 1. Number 2 Gardner walked off a win over number 4 Old Town 4-3, and Gardner will play number 4 Madomic Valley on Saturday at 12:30. So the table is set for the championship. So good luck to all the teams playing. Bangor Mall Cinema is Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners, upgraded food menu. Find showtimes, reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Marcus and I will concur that those seats are great.
They're the best. And actually, I got to sit in them again yesterday.
Oh, what did you see?
Bree has really been wanting to see the back rooms.
Yeah. Was that good?
Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would.
Compared to Obsession, which one was better?
See, they feel like two different kind of movies.
Okay.
But I personally Obsession more, but I did really enjoy like the atmospheric horror of the back rooms.
Okay, all right, because that one caught my attention as well. Okay, all right. And I saw Disclosure Day last weekend too, so that was great. Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, they offer custom blind shades, drapery, outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor. We'll be back with stocks. Morning Roast brought to you by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of the Morning Roast, the place to be, downtown Bangor, herosportsgrill.com. All right, it is time for Stock Report. I'll start off on a light one here on a good stock up, and Marcus is getting sick of me saying it, but it's perfect for stocks. The stock way up on the Tartan Army, on the Scots.
Oh, it's awesome.
It is, my social media, my wife's social media is peppered with, and it's not even just the Scots at this point. The Scots are leading the charge.
The Scots are going to meet their match. Did you see the Norway folks in Boston?
That's where I was going.
They're riding up the escalator, trying to row in it like they're Vikings. Like, that is crazy. Like going up an escalator.
Awesome. Yeah,
it's great.
It's so cool. Norwegians rowing up the escalator. I saw an Australian filming himself on the beaches of Florida being like, they tried to tell us this place isn't that great. It's unbelievable. This is just like Australia.
Did you see I think he's from London, but he was at a New Jersey deli. And he was wearing designer shoes or something like that. And the guy's like, "Give me a little dance, show me something with the shoes." And then he makes his wife a sandwich. He makes the guy a sandwich, and he goes, "All right, give me your card, give me your card." And then he slams it on the table. He goes, "It don't work here." It was great. It was Parkland Deli on Instagram. They're very funny, but it was hilarious.
I'll eat that stuff. Keep peppering my social media with this stuff because it's awesome. Congrats to the World Cup. I don't care what happens on the pitch. I'm pulling for the U.S. Friday afternoon, 100%. Oh, and by the way, I did check. Heroes will be having the game, having drink and food specials and whatnot for that 3:00 Friday game for the U.S. as well.
Awesome.
So, for a non-soccer guy, stock way up on the environment. The Europeans and the other countries coming over are being gracious visitors, and we look like gracious hosts. So it's really kind of cool.
We do look like gracious hosts, which is a good thing. I'm kind of worried about that.
Yeah, of course, as you should be. But it's great, and like I said, time of the year, we're getting close to the 4th of July. It's good. Anything to bring the country together is a positive.
International
I like that.
Cooperation is something that I feel like we
really
overlook.
Nice to see.
Yeah, no, it's nice to have that in this day and age.
Little reminder. So stock way up on all that.
I'm going to go stock down right now, and you're probably going to hate this, but the stock's down on Peyton Tolley. This stock is. If he can't throw his curveball, he's back to being, what did I call him last year? 2-pitch Tolley. And you cannot be an effective starting pitcher in the major leagues with 2 pitches. The thing is, that curveball doesn't have to be your out pitch. As much as I'd love for him to develop a Clayton Kershaw curveball or a Zach Greinke or something from those days, it's probably not going to happen. You don't need it to be that. You just need to be able to mix it in for a strike, keep people off balance so that your fastball is a better out pitch.
Yep.
Right now, he can't really use his fastball as the setup pitch and the out pitch, and then sprinkle in the changeup in there every now and then. By the time you get second time around the order, third time around the order, that fastball's been timed up because they've seen it so many times. He threw 4 curveballs last night.
Yep.
You can't do that. You have to be better than that. Peyton Tolley, he's got all the gusto in the world. He's very fun. He's very fun to watch. He's exciting. And, his interviews are exciting. They're funny. They're very personable. But he's not going to be a successful starting pitcher if he can't develop a third pitch. Also, if you're going to be dominant 1 to 2 times through the order, that's a long reliever. Like, I mean,
Sure
that
is.
is, if you get a healthy rotation, that is a dominant bullpen piece. 7-8 inning.
Yeah,
7th, 8th inning.
Exactly. And I'm not upset by that because I was going to come in and say basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I just, and the only reason it would bother anybody is because, like you said, we want him to be really good. We really do, because he is fun, and he's got a lot of. I mean,
he's a guy you want to root for.
Guy you want to root for. He's got a ton of power. It's just he's got to have more to work with, because it's just not going to be a long-term thing if he can't get it done.
It happened in his last start too. It was the long ball in about the top of the 5th inning.
Yep,
or
they
right
time
around that
up.
5th inning. Like you need to be able to mix in something to keep that fastball. Oh, excuse me, to keep people off balance on your fastball. Like, you can't just have them sitting there dead red on a pitch they've already timed up.
Yep, I agree. Another stock up. I'm going to give you this one. Robert Mays mentioned this the other day. We got a clip from him. Stock up on Ramondre Stevenson, and something that gets overlooked a little bit. Give me number 6 there. Yeah, sneaky aspect to the Patriots going into this training camp is the next phase, but looking at everything is A.J. Brown, Romeo Doubs, who's moving here, what's happening there. They're built to run. Yeah. They're built to run.
And Travion Henderson kind of gets underlooked, but like you look at A.J. Brown, he's a home run hitter, right? He's your big play guy. That's what Henderson is, like before he had that concussion in the fantasy playoffs, he was going off. Like, he had a couple of weeks in a row where he had a few touchdowns, a few really long runs, but that's your home run guy. Like Ramondre is going to be your guy that
your workhorse.
And if he's the better pass blocker,
he's getting more time.
Where I don't see, like if he's going to be your passing down running back, where does Travion really fit in?
And that was a little bit, that was the area of disappointment with Travion, because he came out, one of the things he was known for was his pass blocking, and he did not do a very good job at it last year. Granted, rookie year, we'll see how much he develops. Having a true fullback this year,
that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge for him.
Yeah, I think so as well. Be able to clear that first hurdle so he can get some steam going. Like we said, A.J. Brown is the flashy thing, and Drake May's development into seeing the play before it develops, all important and huge. Don't overlook that running back area, the run game for this Patriots team, because I think they are going to be pummeling the ball a lot of times as well.
No, that's going to set up the play action. That's going to set up going over the top to A.J. Brown. I'm blanking on the fullback's name, but I'm very excited about him. Gilliam. So he was the starting fullback for Buffalo last year.
Right.
And James Cook led the league in rushing yards.
Sure.
That is, there's your correlation, right? Like you brought in the fullback who led the way for the best rusher in the NFL last year.
100%. So anyway, it's going to be interesting. And like we said, we'll talk with John Rook later on too, voice of the New England Patriots at 7:40. But we got a ton to get to. We got to do weather coming up. All right, the weather's killing me, man.
Do you have to do it?
No. Meaning it's killing me. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Rangeley, and it's been gorgeous, sunny, everything, and it's going to pour.
Yeah, we finally had a good
Thursday,
weekend,
Friday.
too, last weekend.
Oh, it was awesome. Available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. 2 sausage and McMuffins with eggs, 2 hotcakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all just for $19.99. This bundle deal is over 40% off, and for a limited time, order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. We will be right back. Madden Generator Services with expert installation, dependable maintenance, and a free 7-year warranty on new Generac installs. They'll keep your home in the game. Call 951-4668. Madden Generator Services, power you can count on. And start your morning over at Goslin's Bakery, right on 334 Harlow Street in Bangor. Grab yourself a breakfast sandwich on an English muffin or a croissant, plus legendary donuts and pastries made since 1945. Or visit the new Goslin's Bakery in Delhi. It's right next to Hannaford in Brewer. All right, a lot of chatter with the Celtics.
You got to think, if they are getting anything done, it's done in a week.
Yep. Talk's picking up.
Wednesday the 23rd, that's the draft.
Yeah, talk is picking up. A lot of chatter. Do you think Giannis is the right move for the Celtics?
Yes, actually, yes. I want to bring this up. Player it's Wednesday the 24th, I believe, is the draft, not the 23rd.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday, one of next Tuesday.
It's next week.
Player comparison. Giannis Antetokounmpo now, Kevin Garnett when he joined the Celtics.
Okay.
Age 31 and 31. Games played, Giannis, 979. Garnett, 974. That's including playoffs. 2 MVPs for Giannis, 1 MVP for Garnett. Both 10-time All-Stars. Giannis, 4-time first-team All-Defense. KG, 6-time first-team All-Defense. So, like, they are almost
pretty mirror image,
except Kevin Garnett had a jump shot.
Yeah.
And Giannis is a very good player.
Yeah, right.
I would, everyone is saying, like, oh, he doesn't fit the bill of what the Celtics do. Buddy, that's the point. What they're doing right now hasn't worked. They won one final in 2024. It was magical. It was excellent. They were stacked. They had an absolutely stacked team. Right now, you heard Brad Stevens at the end of the year conference. They want more dunks. They want more high percentage looks. Who gives you more dunks and high percentage looks?
Sure, Giannis
Antetokounmpo. Look, as much as and you're scrolling through old pictures, you see pictures of Tatum and Brown on social media, and you're like, man, if this is actually the end, like, that's a little sad. Yeah, it's sad. But it was sad when Marcus Smart got traded. It was sad when Nomar Garciaparra got traded. Both of those moves resulted in championships.
True. I'm with you. And
it's going to be tough. It'll be like a very tough move for Brad. I think he's going to stare himself in the mirror, shoot down whatever his favorite drink is, and take a big gulp and say, all right, it's time to do it. Because I just think you watched the playoffs last year, even with Tatum back, and when Brown is the one leading the charge, when he's got the ball in his hands, the success of the offense you're not creating 2-on-1 advantages. You're not beating a man off the dribble, drawing another defender in and kicking it to an open shooter. Like, you're just trying to beat your man, and then you're putting a shot up. Like, it's all contingent on if he's having a good shooting night or not.
Yeah,
Jaylen Brown.
And that's been the death of the Celtics.
And
right,
he kind of just, like, stops. Like, the ball doesn't move that much. I think you put Tatum and Giannis, and you're able to create mismatches within the half court so much easier than you would by just having Jaylen Brown go ISO.
Now, there is a lot of talk about, is Jaylen Brown even the piece? Dan Le Batard spoke on this. Give me number 4.
That's where I think this is going. I really do. You see his name floated around in rumors, and it hasn't stopped. And if you're not trading him for Giannis, I don't know if he is going to want to play in this market anymore. I think his name is being floated in way too many trade opportunities. He's given a lot to the city. Outside of basketball.
Yeah, big time. He's given a lot back.
He gave a lot to the team this year. I mean, this is a team that no one expected to be good. They were good in the regular season because of him.
Sure.
Like, he can look at that season last year and say, this was all me and this is the thanks I get. Like, I would be a little ticked off if I was Jaylen Brown too. And I'm not rooting for these guys to split, but I think I would take Tatum Giannis over Tatum Brown next year.
I would give it a shot.
In 5 years, probably not.
No, and I know we had a caller when Peck was on yesterday. Peck was talking, saying the same thing, and we had a caller call in that did not like that idea. So I do encourage you. We do have Tim Throckmorton coming up next, so that wouldn't be the segment. But give us a buzz during one of the free segments if you want to talk about this or anything else.
I'd love to talk JB on it. I think it's very interesting.
I do too. 992-9029. Like I said, after the Throck break, when we get into the 7 o'clock hour, give us a buzz, and we will continue this conversation because we have a Jaylen Brown quote I want to play too coming up at 7 o'clock, in the 7 o'clock hour as well on his thoughts. Uno Pizzeria and Grill celebrate Dad this Father's Day at Uno's on Stillwater in Bangor. Enjoy a free dessert with the purchase of any limited time offer entree, including bourbon barbecue wings, whiskey wagyu barbecue burger, hot butter lobster roll, lobster and shrimp scampi, or the 16-ounce Stockyard T-bone. Plus, from 2 to 5, enjoy live music outside with Brooke and Haley. Treat Dad to great food, great music, and a great day at Bangor at Uno's in Bangor. We'll be back with Tim Throckmorton, Truth of the Rock, coming up. Maine Athletics football is coming this fall. It's time to pack the stands at Alphon Stadium. Cheer on Maine football. Don't miss the excitement, tradition, and the Black Bear pride all season long. Season tickets on sale now and give you the best value and best seats for every home game. Visit goblackbears.com/tickets today and secure your tickets. Go Blue. Joining us now on the Heroes Hotline as he does every week, Mr. Tim Throckmorton. Tim, how we doing?
Hey guys, this is so nice. It's such a nice weather day, Hirsch. I'm sorry you're not going to getting some of this on your trip. But the other part of that is it's not supposed to be just raining all day. I mean, tomorrow's not going to be good, but then after that, I think you're good. My wife tells me all the time, "Oh yeah, don't worry about the icons. Some of that disappears." So I think you gotta
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm going with that, and things can change on a dime too.
No, totally. Yeah. So anyway, the Red Sox. I don't want to
get right into it.
Just talk about them all the time because it's kind of sickening. So I mean, seriously, it is. I'm not overstating that. It is
No.
it's just kind of really, it's demoralizing just thinking about them. But anyway, so two things could always happen this year. They could be better than last year, which would be amazing, or they could be doing what they're doing now. No, what you didn't want is for them to creep into that wild card spot and lose in the first round, because it sort of justifies all of the ways and means that the Red Sox are trying to organize things and put their lineup together. So this might be a better way to. I hate to say it, but this might actually help. So everybody's going to be up in arms, and they're losing money. I mean, they make money other ways, but the gate. It's kind of embarrassing that people. It isn't the thing to do on any given evening in Boston.
Yep.
I don't want to go to a game. I don't even want to turn the game on. So I think this has to happen. So that's the thing, and I can't trust their front office. So that has to change too. In my mind, if I were going to fire somebody, that's the direction I would have gone, and not Alex Cora.
Right.
So I think they're hitting bottom, and maybe that's the way out.
Yeah, you've got pieces. You've got valuable pieces to teams that are seriously in the hunt.
Yeah, right. So now, what is that going to get you? Is it going to get you young players? Draft. I mean, you just don't know. Look what they've done. They've taken their young players, and some of them work out, but it's the roll of the dice. Most of them don't really.
Right.
I mean, that's why you have to keep rotating. Okay, this piece isn't working. This guy isn't. Campbell isn't what we thought he was. That kind of thing.
Sure.
So yeah, they have pieces, and Contreras is going to be gone, and Chapman's going to be gone, and they'll get pieces back, but they're not all going to be locks either. So you take your chances in whatever direction you go, but you also have to, in the off season, you have to sign somebody, a proven veteran stud, and they have not done that.
I agree. Tim, what's your timeline? Do you want to see Craig Breslow in this front office handle the fire sale, or do you think that they let him get to the end of the season and then get rid of him? What is your? Well, I know what I want to happen, but what do you think happens?
Well, this is they're just floundering. I mean, they're splashing around in the pool. This is not even. I mean, they're sinking. They're not. This isn't a matter of they're floating and maybe they can start swimming and maybe they can keep this thing going. But I don't see it. So yeah, I think the hardest bet, just to admit that you're folding is hard. But I think they gotta take their pieces of value and let them go. But the problem, as I was just saying, that you don't know what you're getting. If you're getting young players that are pretty good and there are upsides there, and half of those people don't work out either. So you've got to trust your front office, and I don't do that right now.
When do you call it quits for the front office? Like, if you're going to make a change there, do you want them handling this trade deadline, or do you think you can't even have Breslow handle this deadline? Like, if Breslow is trading for his job, basically, like, he's not
different
really
motivation.
He's not really thinking of the team first.
Well, you got Breslow, and ownership made their decision on that, Breslow or Cora, and they kept Breslow. If you're the ownership, you've got to be really embarrassed. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is you put your money and your life into a franchise, and of course they have other entities. So maybe they're thinking if it's still making money, that's still a good investment. But think about what this franchise is going through right now with the how people are viewing this team, and it's really bad. So yeah, what do you do with Breslow? You got him now. He's got to make the deals. You can't just say, okay, we're going to do a fire sale now, and we're going to have a new general manager do it. So it's Breslow's. I mean, that's not it. I can't see anything else happening. But you also have to. Some of these trades are going to actually have to be run by ownership groups and
sure
and that sort of thing. Anyway, so I they're at this point, let them go, man. I think Chapman can be very valuable. All these, you talk about marquee positions in football, edge rushers and corners and all that kind of thing. Closer, man.
Yep.
I think that's That is
all day long.
Yeah, somebody's going to pay.
Someone will overpay for that.
I look at IKF too, and that's a guy that could play like a Brock Holt role on a championship team, like that extra infield, Eduardo Nunez on the 2018 Red Sox, someone like that.
Yep. I like that potentially as well. All right, Tim, what do we got for this week for Truth or Throck?
So it's we did it last week, and I'm gonna do it again. I hate to repeat myself, but it's going to be World Cup stories again.
No, might as well, man.
Okay?
Might as well.
Okay. So 3 stories here. 2 of these are true, and 1 is not. Number 1, Dan Byrne. He's on the England national team for this World Cup. Pay attention to the game with Croatia this afternoon. The defender only has 9 fingers. He wasn't born that way. When he was 13, he was jumping over a fence, and his finger caught on a wire, and it ripped off. Okay. Number 2, who can forget the miracle on grass? In 1950 World Cup, the U.S. team pulled off its biggest win ever, 1-0 over heavily favored England. The Americans played with a teacher, a dishwasher, and 2 mailmen, Harry Keogh and Gino Pariani. And number 3, 1962 World Cup. Chile made it all the way to the semifinals with an illegal player. Manuel Astorga was actually from Peru. He used the passport of a guy with the same name from Chile. Their 4th-place finish was later stripped.
Woof. I want that to be true.
Yeah, I do too.
And I want the dishwasher story to be true, but I don't think it is. I'm going to go with number. You hear that all the time about Babe Ruth is playing against, the local butcher. But I don't know how true that actually is, so I'm going to go with number 2.
Miracle on grass.
I'm going to go number 1.
You're going number 1, the 9-fingered fella. All right.
My wrestling captain had 9 fingers when I was in high school, but he was born like that.
Yeah, I'm going with you, Marcus. I'm going to say the 9-finger guy as well. I mean, I believe it, but I don't know. How did we do, Tim?
Oh, my gosh, you guys are not good today.
Oh.
There was the story about Manuel Astorga was fictional.
Okay.
There was no fake passport. So Chile did finish in the top 4 that year, but they did it legitimately. You guys are all wrong.
Yeah, we look like jerks. We're like, Chile definitely did that.
But, so in 1950, just a bunch of dudes. Yeah, guys, right? Beat England.
Yeah, totally. At the time, obviously, you know this, that now that we're putting some energy into developing the U.S. national soccer teams. Yep. And back then, it was just people, had other jobs, and they sort of got together for the World Cup, and there you go. You have 2 mailmen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like my mailman can do better than Mel Kiper. Well, he can do better. He can do it in the World Cup as well.
They always deliver. That was their slogan.
That's right. Yeah. These games were televised.
Sorry.
Some good lines.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, Tim. Well, enjoy your week, and let's hope the weather changes.
Yeah, for you, every day is a vacation day for me. Oh, by the way, I'm off next week. I'll be gone. I'll be in California again, going to San Francisco this weekend and Yosemite to see Reed. So
awesome.
We'll miss you guys next week.
So you don't want us to call you at 3:40 in the morning Pacific time?
Yeah, that's the problem. Otherwise, I would be fine, but it's the time of day.
All right, Tim. Safe travels. Enjoy your trip, and we'll catch up in a couple weeks.
Okay, thanks, guys. Always good to talk to you guys.
Good stuff. Tim Throckmore and Truth or Throck. Dairy Queen Old Town. The DQ $7 chicken strip meal deal has it all. 100% white meat, seasoned chicken strips, full-size fries, a drink, and a DQ sundae, all for just $7. Now you can get it with the new honey sriracha dip. Visit 613 Stillwater Ave, Old Town. This day in history coming up. Happy birthday to Kendrick Lamar, born this day in 1987. Very cool. Other birthdays today, 1943. Barry Manilow. I think he just played Portland, as a matter of fact. Pop singer, piano player, did Mandy, Daybreak. I write the song. Barry Manilow. Everybody knows Barry Manilow. Will Forte, 1970. Writer, actor, comedian from SNL, 2002 to 2010. Did Last Man on Earth. And Venus Williams, 1980. Other things in this day in history, world events. 1837, Charles Goodyear obtains his first rubber patent. turned out pretty well.
Now he's got a big blimp.
Yeah, right. 1885, Statue of Liberty arrives in New York City aboard the French ship Cesar. I don't know if I said that right. Probably not. Sports history, 1943, player-manager Joe Cronin of the Red Sox hits 2 3-run pinch hit home runs. We could use Joe Cronin nowadays. 1994, OJ does not turn himself in on murder charges, forcing LA police to chase his Ford Bronco for 1.5 hours before he eventually gives himself up. What a day that was. If you were around during that time period, you do not forget that day. That was craziness. 2008, Celtics beat the Lakers 131-92, Game 6 for the first title since 1986. 17th overall. Your MVP was Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I remember that team. That was such a fun team to watch. That was really when I really started getting into the NBA. I think I was about 9 or 10 years old. But the Celtics weren't good until then. And then the big three came, and all of a sudden there was this buzz. We were all excited, and they won it the very first year. It was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah, I forgot
that they won by 40 too.
Crushed.
In Game 6. I didn't realize that they beat them that bad.
Yeah, right. I was at a Sox game that previous summer when Garnett had just gotten signed, so he came out in the Red Sox jersey. Threw out the first pitch. Yeah, super cool. Holidays today, it's Garbage Man Day, Apple Strudel Day, Mascot Day, and Nursing Assistant Day. So celebrate accordingly. We'll be back with 7 o'clock hour. Welcome into the 7 o'clock hour of the Morning Roast. Greg Hirsch, Tyler Krusz, Marqus Cesar in studio. Red Sox drop another one. And we are just cruising along with World Cup fever, I would say. I think the fans have brought the World Cup fever to people like myself, at the very least, that aren't super soccer fans, but it's brought a vibe that I wasn't anticipating, I guess. So kind of enjoying that. A lot of stuff on the Celtics, on the Jaylen Brown, Giannis watch. It's always Patriots season, but how we doing, gentlemen?
Doing well on the World Cup. A hat trick last night for Messi. Now he has the most World Cup goals in history, so that's pretty
incredible.
Cool. You can hear the way Will Fleming sounded on that final call is basically the way we all feel about the Red Sox right now at this point.
It's just I feel bad for Will Fleming because
he's got to watch it for 162 games.
He's got to deal with it. How long did you get into the game last night?
I watched the whole thing. I won't lie. But I was in and out. When I texted you guys they're down 3-0. Anything good on TV?
Right.
That's when I kind of checked out and I did the dishes, and then I found another chore to do to keep me from watching the game. But it was and then they Durant homered and they had 2 runners on, and I was like, they could make it a 1-run game here. And then I don't think I watched the bottom of the 9th. I had it on. Yeah. And then I strolled over and I was like, it's the post game show, and they were showing the Pride Night party. And
yeah. I when you sent that text, I just switched it off. I watched the back-to-back home runs. I was like, they don't got it. Click.
No, nope. Not tonight. They're not coming back.
They don't deserve me hanging around for them. They have not earned that. This is not a team that comes back. This is just what it is, and it's reached critical mass at this point, and they've got to do something.
Years ago, if they were to pull off a massive, heroic comeback, and I missed it, I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
I shut the game off. I missed it.
Now, what a loser I am.
Last night, if they ended up winning that game, I would have been like, that's good for them. That's cool.
Right. But like you said, back in the day, it's like, I switched it off. What a loser I am.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
Now I keep it on and to the end of the game, and I'm like, what a loser I am. Right? What was I thinking? Yeah. It's just that's just the way it goes. So whatever. It is what it is. I tune in to see Peyton Tolley. I tune in to see Connolly Early. And I want these guys to be awesome little sparks of energy for the future at the very least. And the past couple times, they're very young. But right now, I'm just kind of like, they're all right. They're all right. I think we want them to be better right now than they probably are at the moment. They can get there, but
I think it's time as fans that we just stop giving ownership the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
It's clear. I said it all off season. People didn't like to hear it.
No.
Fair enough, because I'm talking about their favorite team. But this team doesn't want to win championships anymore.
No.
If they did, they would have had a much better offseason. They would have filled the holes that they said they wanted to fill, which was power. They didn't go into the offseason saying, let's make Ranger Suarez and Sonny Gray. that wasn't their plan heading into the offseason.
No.
So I think it's really just time to start looking at this team and saying, look, they don't, the people who make the decisions, the people whose decisions matter, don't care about winning championships anymore. And that's sad. And it makes me upset and angry.
For multiple years in a row.
At least
the past two, they have told us on multiple occasions postseason, we need a right-handed power bat.
And they've said, we want to get back to winning championships, and our goal is to win the division. And then they come out and play, and after April, you're like, your goal was to win the division, and this is the team you put together to do it?
Yeah.
And now we're almost in July, and like, your goal was to win the division, and this is the team you put together to do it? You know, like, come on.
No, not cool. Not cool. Don't like it. Marcus, how you been, brother?
Pretty good. Yeah, so, I mean, I went to the movies yesterday, and luckily I wasn't fussing about the Red Sox, but I really should have been fussing over the World Cup. Because we had, I mean, two of the biggest superstars, the only living legend actively playing in Miami, Messi, got that hat trick, and then Haaland playing for Norway. Yeah, I mean, he got 2 goals, just crushed Iraq.
Yeah, big time. I had one of my coworkers was at the game. I went to the Norway game. She's pretty pumped. Husband works for ESPN, so they can work some deals there. But looked like just an incredible environment. It's created such a cool buzz. And you know, there was all the concerns about the T and getting to Foxborough and all this. And I'm sure, you know, if you live down in that area, there's hurdles you got to deal with and everything. But overall, I love, and I've said it multiple times, I love going on social media and seeing all the World Cup fans from all over the place coming in and being like, check this out. Yeah. This is so cool. Because there's a lot of things that we take for granted here. Now, that being said, I think a lot of these fans, if they stuck around, would probably come down with diabetes pretty quick because a lot of it is junk food and like overeating. But
I got to see the before and after cholesterol levels. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like it's great. And then you've realized, I can't imagine the people that live in Foxborough are having a good time going home on Route 1 right now. I can't imagine, there's a big Cape Verdean population here at Island, and I guess there was like a 2-hour backup the other day because when Cape Verde tied Spain, which was a massive upset, like they were going nuts. So like it's fun, but it's also like if you are living down there, which I'm kind of glad I'm not right now because of all the traffic and commotion going on, you're already getting summer traffic right now. You got World Cup traffic too. It's crazy. But if you're living down there, you're probably sick of it. But from afar, it's been awesome to watch.
It's been cool. Did you hear the Tartan Army, the Scots, drank the Sam Adams tap room out of Boston Lager?
Yeah, there are bars that are like, we're tripling St. Patrick's Day on Scottish games.
Incredible.
Crazy. Respect to the Scots,
Oh, big time. And they just all good fun, too.
Yeah,
like
it is.
It's awesome. So,
and if you live down there, you're probably used to the traffic by now. You still hate it, but there's going to be traffic no matter where you go.
Right, exactly. It's just going to take you a little bit longer, and you're used to sitting in it. We're in Greenway Equipment Studios, Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. And Fat Panda Boba Tea and Market is on Harlow Street, right next to Goslin's Bakery. Sip fresh boba, explore snacks, ramen, and their tasty Jamaican patties. Also visit their brewer location in Wilson Street, right next to Hannaford. Let's do headlines and highlights. So your Red Sox, they lose 6-1 against the Blue Jays. Duran has the solo homer for the only RBI. Tolley goes 5 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 home runs back-to-back, 3 runs total, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Why don't you give me Peyton Tolley on his performance? Yeah, I mean, he's not comfortable with those other pitches. You could tell. Like, he's talking about it, right? Like, the cutter never did what it needed to do. That cutter needs to happen. He needs that pitch bad.
Yeah, if he doesn't have a curveball, he needs a cutter. Like, you need something to keep them off of your fastball. Like right now, they could just sit fastball, and by the second time around the order, they've all timed it up. Like Peyton Tolley needs to develop. He's got the stuff. He's got the physical stuff. He needs to develop secondary pitches, or else he's not going to be successful.
Right.
Like, it just comes down to that.
Because the second time through the lineup, you heard him talk. To get him out, he needs his fastball needs to be up. And if because he doesn't have those other pitches, if his fastball it doesn't have perfect location, he's screwed.
Yeah,
like that's the way it's going to go.
He's a guy that you love to root for. I want Peyton Tolley to succeed.
Time.
He worked on adding the curveball. He didn't even have it last year.
Right.
He threw it 4 times last night. That's 4 more times than any of his starts last year. But he needs to get more comfortable with that pitch. He needs to develop secondary pitches.
Yeah, absolutely. In the NHL, Las Vegas Golden Knights coach John Tortorella will not be returning after leading them to the finals as interim coach. I'm looking for him potentially to end up with the Edmonton Oilers. I know they talked Mike Babcock for a while up in the Oilers, and that is not the guy you want there. He is a nightmare to deal with. I don't see that happening. I think Torts would potentially add some life to that Connor McDavid team where he needs it big time. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. But what a great job he did filling in. Also, this past Stanley Cup final, the most watched on record with 1.8 million on average. That is great for the NHL.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz around the Stanley Cup final. There's a lot of buzz around both finals. I'd love to see the
Big
NBA
time.
finals numbers.
Absolutely.
They had two great championship series this past spring.
Yeah, and with the NBA, you could see it with the Knicks in it, right? Like they're going to obviously jack those numbers up. But to have Carolina and Vegas and it just be off the charts, I mean, those are not hotbeds of hockey. So great for the sport. I mean, really cool. But yeah, both, without having a dog in the fight, both finals were really fun to watch. In the NFL, Rashee Rice, he has been released from his 30-day sentence. So let's see if he can do good and see what happens. Over under on that, pretty low.
I think he'll be fine. I think this is his second off-the-field slip-up in, 2 or 3 seasons? I think someone had said, hey, if you want to be part of this team, if you want Pat Mahomes throwing you the ball for the rest of your career,
sure,
rather than, what was the guy's name from Napoleon Dynamite?
Uncle Rico?
Yeah, rather than Uncle Rico out in the yard, you are going to be, you need to shape up. You need to figure it out.
Good call.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, high school baseball and softball. Let's get into this yesterday, okay? Coney, they knock off Herman 4-2. So Coney takes on Freiburg Saturday at 4:30. Bangor Rams, they knock off Oxford Hills 5-2. So it'll be Bangor Gorham Saturday at 1. Good luck to Coach Morris and the Bangor Rams. Fort Fairfield took down Bangor Christian 2-1 in 9 innings. Fairfield will battle Telstar Saturday at 1. Over in softball, Bucksport, Sully will be happy. Bucksport knocks off Central 11-3. Bucksport takes on Dirigo Saturday. Hamden beat Lewiston 1-0. Hamden faces Cheverus Saturday at 1. And then Gardner walked off a win. What a big one that is. Old Town 4-3. Gardner will play Madomic Valley Saturday at 12:30. So good luck to all the North teams. Let's represent the North, all right? We're going to be pulling for you guys. Got a great 7 o'clock hour for you. We're going to do Stock Report. We'll talk with the voice of the New England Patriots, John Rook, around 7:40 as well. Next Home Experience is the market leader. Get Luke, get sold with the Next Home Experience. And available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub. 2 sausage McMuffins with eggs, 2 hot cakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all for just $19.99. This bundle deal is over 40% off, and just for a limited time, order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. We'll be back with Stock Report. Dairy Queen Bangor, the new DQ breakfast collection. You can enjoy a Cinnamon Toast Crunch dip cone, Fruity Pebbles shake, or a Choco Frosted Donut Blizzard treat. Whether it's breakfast time or not, visit 668 Broadway in Bangor. DQ, happy tastes good. All right. Stock down. The couple days ago, Texas Tech QB.
This has been a mess.
Oh my God, we did it last week on Stocks.
Yeah, we did it last week because they were the Texas Tech released a 20-minute video doubling down saying well, you didn't kill anybody,
right?
You didn't kill anybody. What's the big deal? He didn't. He's not a murderer or anything.
I don't see any implications for college athletics with this.
And we'll sue you if you're upset about it.
Right.
That was crazy.
Right.
And then everyone was like, all right, sue us. You're going to have to prove in court that, not only did he break the NCAA rule of gambling, he wasn't 21. He was underage gambling and paying other people to gamble for him.
Right. $90,000 or something.
Federal felonies.
Yes.
Those are literally felonies.
Right.
It's...
Right.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Gambling's not legal
and
under 21.
And then they were like, yeah, well... This guy's he's addicted, so we feel really bad for him. So we're gonna let him
go to rehab.
We're gonna let him be our starting quarterback. You can send him through rehab and give him all the help he needs, and not let him play football.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there can be consequences, as there should be.
But there's rules. There should be consequences to broken rules. There are rules in place for a reason.
100%.
Imagine you could say I was addicted, so just give me a free pass.
What would that work with everything else? Oh my God, I know, right? Well, exactly. And So we go through this mayhem, uproot NCAA college football, questioning the integrity of the game and all of this. And now, this week, says, you know what? I'm just going to enter the supplemental draft of the NFL. So, I mean, this guy and this scenario is the meme of the cute little girl smiling with the house burning down in the background. That's what just lit the NCAA on fire, completely questions the ethics and everything about the direction they're going to go in incorporating legalized gambling into the sport, burns it to the ground and says, I'm out.
Yeah, and like Texas Tech, like they knew all this stuff. They went and they backed their player. Like you shouldn't have, but they went and they backed their player just for him to be like, "Thanks, guys, you ruined your reputation, and now I'm out of here." Like they put their reputation on the line for this to do this, and now he's like, "Yeah,
I'm going to enter the supplemental
see you
draft.
later. Let's wipe this clean." Like I'm glad he's not playing NCAA football anymore, and this is fine because like in the NCAA football, it says you cannot gamble on your own team and then play. In the NFL, it doesn't say you cannot have a gambling scandal when you were in college. Like there's no rules there. So as long as he actually is rehabilitated and whatever, then this is not rehabilitated. Learn his lesson. Come on.
Right.
You know, as long as he's learned his lesson and is fine, then he should be okay. But like this, it didn't. This should have been the decision that was made 3 weeks ago.
Sure.
You know, he should have said, "Oh, well, I don't think I'm gonna have eligibility this year. It's gonna create a mess. What if I just went to the supplemental draft?" Like this would have avoided a whole mess. And now, you know, it's got election implications down in Texas. Ken Paxton looks like an idiot compared to, he kind of has looked like an idiot in the past, but like there are a lot of other attorneys general that are like, look at you, moron. You know, like, come on. This is bad.
Now, on top of that, though, now if you're an NFL team, this isn't a lineman. This is a quarterback.
This is a pretty good quarterback.
This is a damn good quarterback who is going to be in control of the football on offense, on every snap, on every play. Do you want to give up a future pick and take a chance on a guy that has a previous gambling addiction? I mean, that is a big deal. That is a big deal. You are taking a big leap of faith
that he doesn't get caught again.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, this is a guy that controls the outcome of the game.
I think you do your due diligence and you make sure, like, hey, buddy, this isn't happening again.
Yeah. I mean, if there is a sniff,
and then
you're gone.
Put something in the contract where you're not going to owe him that money if it does happen again or something like that. But he's a player that he could make a difference for.
Sure could.
There are a couple NFL teams out there whose quarterbacks, you know, one of them's named Dylan, one of them's named Shadur, that could probably use a decent quarterback.
Oh, man. This does have Browns written all over it.
It does.
Deshaun Watson, Shadur Sanders, and this guy. I'm blanking on his name
Brendan
again.
Sorsby.
Brendan Sorsby. Like, that'll be a great quarterback room.
You better be damn sure he's on the level, though, because, plays get weird. There's times Drake May has thrown passes, right, where if this was in his past, you'd be like, I don't know, right? Or is it just a bad pass?
Yeah.
Right? You know, he doesn't get the benefit. This guy is not going to get the benefit of the doubt on that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to say, like, oh, is he tanking the game on purpose? I don't think? No, I don't think so.
With this kind of a background, you don't think?
I think he was betting on his team. And Keyshawn Booty's got that kind of background. You think he didn't get his feet in week 1 against the Eagles because of that?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just... I don't know. I don't think that... I wouldn't question that once he gets to the NFL.
Okay, you may not, but people will.
People will. Not as many as you think. I think the big scandal was that he got caught with this and then was allowed to... They were still going to allow him to play. I don't think you look at Brendan Sorsby and you say, like, throwing games, point shaving. Like, I don't think that kind of stuff is there.
I wouldn't want him. It's too much.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, hypothetically speaking... Dolphins, pretty dire QB situation. Had to turn to Malik Willis. Not that he's a bad guy or a bad quarterback.
Right.
But
he's not a superstar.
Exactly. Right. And if we were to turn to Sorsby, pick him up with a second-round pick, I wouldn't feel good about that.
Yeah.
I would hate that because if you want to have a guy as the figurehead, face of your franchise, you can't have something like that sitting in his closet.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
It's a bad start. It's a bad start,
but how many
right?
people in the NFL have things in their closet? What was it? Barmore or Godshaw that got the cold grilled cheese this year and they went berserk. You know, like Stephon Diggs too. Like there's a ton of guys with stuff in their closet in the NFL. an underage gambling problem, probably one of the least menacing closets out there.
Yeah, that's fair, but I think it's different when it's a quarterback.
Exactly. I agree to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because all of those don't necessarily, impact the integrity of the game, right? Like, obviously, I don't condone anything that any of these guys do off the field, but that's off the field, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and this is off the field that impacts on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's interesting. Something to keep your eye on. Some team's going to take a flyer, though. Without a doubt. He's talented.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right, you stuck on the side of the road. Union Street Towing's got you covered 24/7 statewide. From breakdowns to lockouts, we'll get you moving fast. Give them a call at 942-4200. Driven to be there when you need them most. And Dean's Detailing is a leader in auto detailing for over 55 years. Renew your vehicle's appearance. Protect your auto investment. Look good. Feel good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Acadia Federal Credit Union's newest location. They're now open on Wilson Street in Brewer, serving Maine since 1963 with branches in Bangor, Brewer, and Aroostook County. Learn more at acadiafcu.org. All right, we've rattled the cage of the Cleveland Browns. We got Carl from Seal Cove on the line. Carl, what's your thoughts, buddy?
I'd say we do our due diligence and put in a third-round pick, and if we can get a future first-rounder for a third-round pick, I say go for it.
All right, you like that idea for Sorsby. You take a flyer, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
And you just redshirt him.
Yep.
And you go into the 27th draft, and you got Sorsby as a trade bait if you need it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's fair. What do you guys think?
He would have been drafted first, second round in 2027 anyways. It's a great idea.
Right. No. Kid's got talent.
Yeah. It's fair. I mean, if this happened to Arch Manning, guess where we'd be? Doing the exact same thing.
Nice.
You just blame it on his translator. Arch Manning's big enough to do that. Get away with
it. So you're in on it. All right. You like it. I was curious of what you were going to think on this. So,
I think every team should put in a flyer, even the Patriots.
Geez, I don't
say a fourth-round pick.
Yeah, no, the guy's going to go for a first or second round pick. Yeah. Like, it really isn't. There's nothing in the NFL that says you can't have a scandal when you were in college. Like, as long as this kid's fine, I don't think in 2 years when Brendan Sorsby finally takes the field, people are going to be like, on his first interception, people are going to be like, I wonder if he bet on that. I think that's gone. Like, we don't say that about Kayshon Boutte. He had the same scandal. It wasn't as big, but I think this goes away. You've redshirt him for a year and keep him out of the news and keep him away from reporters, and he's fine.
Yep, most definitely. That's what I do. Another thing to do, too, now, guys, is look at the gambling market. I thought the Vikings, when I first heard he was going to become available, I thought they would redshirt him and see what they got with their battle with their two quarterbacks.
Right.
And now I'm hearing the Steelers. So
yeah,
let's gamble in on the gambling guys.
I love it. Awesome stuff, Carl. We appreciate it, buddy.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys have a good day.
All right. Gotta love Carl.
Should we play the Sox prop music again since Greg didn't listen to instructions in the break?
Oh,
I'm just joking. I'm just messing with you. We all looked each other in the eye. We were like, all right, we'll do our Sox props, then we'll talk to Carl.
I didn't want to keep Carl hanging. He was waiting for us. All right, man.
We've got so yesterday we had Tolley under 17.5 outs. You guys had him not throwing 6 full innings, which worked out.
Yeah, it did.
Great. He only threw 5, so we are now 21-17. Do the math on that. The Drive started putting the winning percentage next to the bets to show that they're better than us. But
right.
Wait till they lose again.
Yeah, first day that they put it up, though, we were ahead.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. And then now we're doing Max Scherzer is pitching against the Red Sox tonight, having a terrible year.
Yeah.
The Red Sox are favored in this game, but the Red Sox had 7 hits yesterday, 7 or 8 hits, only brought across 1 run, so I don't want to bet on the runs.
No,
so we're
going to
go Scherzer, 5+ hits allowed.
Yeah, I could say the Sox hit the ball. Well, I mean, they
get singles.
They get on base. They get singles. Yeah, exactly, right? So they just can't get them across the plate. Yeah. So timely hitting is not what it's about. It's just about give me 5+ hits.
Yeah, that's all we need.
They can do that.
Couple in the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling good about it, Marcus?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, especially like you guys said, we can't move them from scoring position to home plate.
Sure.
But yeah, we get them out in the field.
All right. That's good stuff. All right. Good deal. We're going to go to break and come back with John Rook. All right. I got to tell you that 2026 Ticket Awards, the third annual Ticket Awards. They're coming June 22nd. That's next Monday. The Hero Sports Grill in downtown Bangor. The event will be broadcast live on Ticket TV on 929theticket.com and on the Ticket app. You got 35 categories of excellence in the 25-26 sports season. Voting's underway currently for High School Baseball Player of the Year, High School Softball Player of the Year, High School Tennis Team of the Year, High School Boys Outdoor Track Athlete of the Year, Girls Outdoor Track Athlete of the Year, and overall High School Coach of the Year for 25-26 sports season, and the Ticket TV Play of the Year. Cast your votes at 929theticket.com or on the Ticket app. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. Find your place of power, hardwork.com, and connect to the Ticket's social media channels at 929 The Ticket on Facebook, 929 The Ticket on Instagram, sports.net.maine on TikTok, and our YouTube page, Sportsnet Maine. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of the Morning Roast, downtown Bangor, and herosportsgrill.com. Joining us now on the Heroes Hotline, the voice of New England Patriots, and from the Providence Journal, Mr. John Rook. John, how you doing this morning?
Good morning. Everything's good today. How about you guys?
Oh, we're doing all right. The first thing I wanted to ask you about, tell us about the World Cup fever that's going on down in your neck of the woods in Providence. Are you guys jam-packed down there?
Oh yeah. It's actually been quite entertaining. I have to admit, I've become a big fan of the Tartan Army from Scotland. So, those guys are they are absolutely knuckleheads. But I love it. It's great.
Yeah,
it's a good knucklehead.
Yes.
Anybody that can sing the Flower of Scotland like they've sang at Fenway has got my vote. Because I think we should replace that from Sweet Caroline in the eighth inning from this point forward. It's been tremendous. They've given us a real, kick down here. I think that was badly needed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the shot of energy we did not know we needed.
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like the little extra shot of cappuccino in the morning. Yeah, I got it.
That's right. Everybody loves the Tartan Army, man. It is great. How's it doing? Is it impacting like traffic and everything down there, or has it been not as bad as anticipated?
I got to be quite honest with you. I have stayed the hell away, and the reason that I have is because I know I have friends who had tickets. Obviously, I have friends in the media there, but media somehow figures out a way to worm their way in.
Sure.
I have friends that have tickets, and they've told me that it's taken them up to 4 hours before game time. When they get started, and it takes them a good solid 2 to 3 hours to get in. And I'm like, wow, it's not even that bad for Patriot games. So
sure.
I'm just kind of like I'm making sure that I'm sitting in front of my flat screen, and I have my cold brew,
yes.
and I have my snacks, and just like an NFL Sunday, the rare NFL Sunday that I can actually watch a game. I'm watching World Cup soccer. It's actually been quite fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not typically a soccer guy, but man, they've brought the energy and they've made it interesting for me. So I've been thrilled. I'm with you. Yeah. All right. So takeaways. We had mandatory minis. There's some hot topics. What were your takeaways from any takeaways from the mandatory mini camps?
The first thing was the missing of the two players. Not participating were the two players. Christian Gonzalez one, Gabe Akis was the other. I'm still not sure what the story around Akis really is, other than what has been reported. Mike Reese had it, and this was kind of the scuttlebutt around the practice that Akis had a procedure that may or may not have been approved by the team, or may not have even been known by the team.
Sure.
And so I think it's caused them to kind of stop and slow things down and all right, let's make sure we have all of our ducks covered in a row here before we sign him onto anything. And I got a sense, and again, this is just me, I got a sense that they weren't terribly happy.
Right.
That something did not go according to plan. And so they're going to take this month to sort of diffuse it and see if they can't research it. And hopefully he'll have, a deal in place by the time camp starts. The only problem with that is that he hasn't been around for a lot of the installation part that they take care of during the mini camp, and that's going to set him back at least a little bit. But if he's everything that they say he is and everything that he's purported to be, they're going to need him and they're going to find a place for him. That's the bottom line. And as far as Gonzalez is concerned, there were 2 reports that I saw in the last 2 days, and I had heard this rumor, and it was nothing more than a rumor from my standpoint. But I had 2 other reports that I heard in the last couple of days that Krusz Gonzalez bought a house not far away.
Right.
And if that's the case, then he ain't going anywhere. So I expect that that his extension is probably forthcoming. That they're probably waiting for the right time to announce it. They're probably in the dot the I, cross the T stage of the contract.
So you think he's going to get paid? It appears that way.
Yeah.
But, sounds like he's buying a house in Walpole. That was reported yesterday. So, that's got to be a good sign.
Well, I listen. Anytime you have a chance to lock down a premier player at his position, I think you have to do it no matter how tight-fisted you are if you want to be competitive in the NFL. And I think, he had such a game in the Super Bowl that, the team obviously didn't win, but you could tell he was the best. He was the best one out there. And I think if you got a chance to lock him up at decent money, and yeah, sure, is he going to be one of, if not the highest paid player at his position in the league? Probably. But is he the best player at his position in the league? You can probably also make an argument for that as well. So I think you just sometimes have to bite the bullet and do it and maximize the good years. Now, that's my own opinion. I know the Patriots have long not really thought like that, especially when it was, under the Bill Belichick regime, that they had a tendency to kind of let guys go before they were through or before they were able to come down the ladder a little bit. And I'm not so sure that, Mike Vrabel subscribes to that theory. So I think you got to bite the bullet and do it. Now, does that mean that there's less money for others on down the line? We're going to be talking about this with Drake May in another year. And I think, honestly, you got to find it from somewhere. If you can pay them, you have to pay them. Those are the 2 on defense and offense. Those are the 2 cornerstones that are going to allow you to be competitive at the level which you desire to be competitive for the next 5 to 10 years.
John, I was going to ask that.
Simple.
I was going to ask that this team is a team that let Steph Gilmore walk right after winning Defensive Player of the Year. Like they've always been the one to let the corners go and bring up another one. Do you think they view Gonzalez as just better than the guys in the past, or do you think it's a difference in mindset with new brains in here?
I think it might be a little of both, to be honest with you. I think it's a different mindset. This is not, Bill Belichick. Even though you've got, Mike Vrabel as a clear, member of the Bill Belichick tree, it's not Bill Belichick. So I think that's number one, first and foremost, the primary reason for this. Number 2, I think it's actually a welcome sign to see that these guys feel differently about holding on to premier players. Are these premier players going to, are they going to cost you? Yeah, that's just the way the sport is. So you got to make, you probably got to make calculated decisions in other areas of your team, position-wise, depth-wise, salary cap-wise, all of that. And this is what, a guy like Elliott Wolf is charged with, and a guy like, Mike Vrabel is charged with, and anybody else is there. They have to keep an eye on the bank account and make sure that they've got enough to spread around. Guys, the bottom line here is that because of a 17 game, and it's likely to be in the next CBA, it's likely to be an 18-game regular season that's coming up. You've got to have depth. You've got to figure out a way to manufacture depth. And I don't think that it's really any different a philosophy than what the Patriots transcribed to 15 or 20 years ago when it was a few stars and you had a bunch of hungry guys, who were playing with chips on their shoulders. I think it's still that way today. You simply have to manage your money better, and you still have to find younger players that you can maximize their value on their rookie deals. And I think that's a part of this process.
John, the Tartan Army has nothing on you. You got me fired up, man. I'm pumped. I can't wait. I'm ready to roll. We are up against it, but let the people know where they can get more from you.
Every Sunday, Providence Journal. On the Sunday Providence Journal on providencejournal.com. That's where I'll be. And, hey, I'll be at Gillette before you know it.
Awesome. Great stuff. Enjoy the rest of the World Cup, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, guys. Anytime.
All right. John Rook, voice of the Patriots right there. We are up against it. We will be back with takeaways. There we go. All right. Coming up on the drive, Mark and Ernie will be doing about an hour and a half show today. They're going to have on one or two of the local regional champ coaches, talk baseball, softball. And we've got Max Scherzer. 5+ hits allowed, right? For our Sox prop. Awesome. Takeaways, gentlemen.
Good to hear from Throck again, and it's good to, like for the first 3 or so weeks of this Red Sox skid, I would say until late May, he was like, they're not this bad. They're not this bad. And now finally on the side of this is what it is. And once, the Red Sox are what they are this year. The deadline is 4th of July is a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
Okay, All-Star break's not too far away. You're going to have to make a call on whether this is a sell team, a buy team, a fire the GM mid-season team. But, something's going to happen. And,
You're still wearing the colors, though.
I am a Red Sox fan. I'll never not be a Red Sox fan.
Being
but
a fan sometimes means making hard decisions.
Being angry at the fact that I don't think, my wishes as a fan are being honored. I wish they would try and win a World Series every year.
Right.
They wish that I would shut the heck up and buy their tickets.
I agree.
Yeah. No, I mean, exactly. It's thick and thin, even when you really want to punch Craig Breslow in the face. Maybe reveal the wires underneath that.
Underneath that robot, changes batteries.
I think it's about time. Maybe just change the whole program. That's where I'm at.
Still out wearing the B. He's still out in the colors.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm a Red Sox fan, but like we said, sometimes being a fan means not being blind.
Yeah,
and not accepting lies that have been told to you in the postseason, in the preseason, off-season time, right? And that's what we've been shoveled, unfortunately. My takeaway, I think it's going to be interesting. Whoever takes Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby, someone's taking him. We heard from Carl. Welcome him with open arms to the Browns. He's a hell of a talent, but there's question marks. So literally a bit of a gamble. So we'll see what happens. But that's going to do it for today. I hope everybody has a great Wednesday. This has been the Morning Roast on 92.9 The Ticket, Maine Sports Leader.
Hi, I'm Sherry Harris, owner of Life Source Water. Your tap water isn't as clean as you think. Cities add chemicals like chlorine and chloramine on top of contaminants they can't handle, like microplastics. At Life Source, we believe your water should support your family's health. Our whole house system delivers filtered water from every tap, even your bath and showers. For over 40 years, we've built systems to handle all your Bay Area water needs. Call our factory at 1-800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com.
Warranty limitations apply.
Hear that? That's the sound of busy. To a restaurant, all that shouting and banging might as well be a symphony. It means the long days and longer nights are paying off. Sure, it's noisy, but there's a worse sound. This, not busy. Busy means business, which is why Toast gives restaurants the tools and tech they need to help them perform under pressure. Sounds pretty good, right? Toast, built for busy.